One of those relationships that you don't see too often in a relational database but proves to be very useful is where you have a one-to-many relationship, but instead of having the one-to-many relationship be unordered, as in basically it's just composed of the data, what you can do is you can actually order that relationship with a sequence. A sequence is a value that counts up. It's also referred to as a serial inside Postgres. But you can actually just declare the sequence. This is the declaration for the sequence. And this is how you create it so that you can start it with a different value. You can gain substantial performance if you can have a cache larger than 1, especially in replicated systems. But that means that it doesn't count up sequentially. So for this application, we really want the cache to be 1 because we'd like it to count up. So we're going to create a column called sequence that's going to have this, the sequence that we declared as its sequence. And it's kind of an odd declaration there, but you get used to typing that one in after a while. And it relates to users. Now what we can do is when we select these from relating to the user, we can actually just select them and then order by sequence. And because we're selecting for a particular user with a sequence, we create an index on that, and it retrieves it in sorted order directly from the index without having to do an additional sort. So when we do assignment 3, okay, in Canvas, it says 50 points there. That is not true. I will correct that. When we do assignment 3, you'll be creating tables that are like this with a sequence to have a main table and a series of additional notes that you want to keep in order over time. And so you want to do this kind of relationship just like these tables, but with notes with data in them. And the notes and the main table are both going to have a title and a body that describes them. Okay? So you want to go ahead and create this sequence. And we'll create it. This may error. I don't know if I've already done this homework once before myself, but we're going to give it a try right now. Okay. And as soon as I created the sequence, it gave me the points. I actually hit that to create it, but it did create it, and we will create this table. And I think the table is already there. We'll see. I may be running on something where, yes, the table was already there. I thought that would be the case. So, yes, but I got my points for it anyhow because I clicked on test grade on the create sequence. And I know that this one's just looking for you to create something successfully. So, in any case, that's your little cheat for this particular one, is that it'll grade anything that you run successfully as giving you the points. But the point of this is that we have a main table of users. We now have a list of things that we can associate with it that is in order. Quite often you'll see people try to order things by timestamps. Timestamps will not order things successfully in all cases because they're only accurate in Postgres to whatever the hardware clock is in the system, which may be a 10,000th of a second or a millionth of a second, and in busy systems you will get collisions and they will come in out of order. That is a guaranteed result. So having a sequence like this has a cost, but it means you actually do get things in order as opposed to not in order. All right. That was good.